Hey, what's up everyone? I got my big bad CS profile coming at ya. This deck is insane, to say the least. Can do a lot of crazy stuff, and it could get more support. So what more is there to say other than deck very good. We won the fatty shiny Vikemon at locals thanks to this beast of a deck. So shout outs to the homies and all the testing. It went well. Let's get into the rookies, which everyone probably knows. If you've ever played CS or seen CS, Terriermon is the GOAT. This channel's all about Terriermon, or at least me when I make profiles, it's about Terriermon. I love this guy, so I had to make this deck because he's in it. And he's kind of one of the best rookies in here. He plays a tamer when you talk. So when you got any four above him and you talk, you draw a card and you play a tamer. Ideally, you play out your Imi Ibar and you're ready to do your full combo from there, which we'll show off a bit later. Terriermon's insane. Love this guy. Love this guy. But yeah, not much more to say. Plays a tamer. There's 12 cards in this deck that play tamers, and that's insane. So let's just show that real quick, because I think you need to max on all the cards that play the tamers for free, because most decks only have it on their level 4 slot, and we do. We got Gargamon and Terriermon, but then we've also got the Rise Greymon. So there's 12 slots right there. Play tamers for free. We'll get onto those later though, because of course we're in the middle of the level 3s. But sometimes I like to talk about stuff like that. So anyway, Palmon, also very good. When it tucks, you gain a memory. Draw one. All of them draw one, but this one gains a memory. Can be super good for extending your plays if your opponent's choked you. A lot of the time, you only need one memory to combo up. This is only really good if you don't have Imi Iba. So I still like Palmon. It's still very good. But yeah, sometimes it's just like not necessary to say the least. And a lot of people sleep on this one, Hagiramon. Sorry, I completely wrecked what I had going there. But a lot of people sleep on the Hagiramon. I think you max on the rookies in this deck because, yeah, it's kind of like Galaxy, where if you don't have the rookies, you can't really do what the deck needs to do. And yeah, it feels really bad. So I'm on 12 because I really like all the rookies in this deck. And it's not totally because I have them all altered as well, I swear. This card negs 3k when you tuck underneath him. And of course, you draw one as well. The neg 3k is really good because it combos really well with this idiot that we're going to show off later who also negs DP. So that's really nice. And there's also another idiot who negs DP over here. So there's lots of ways to neg DP. And Higiramon certainly adds to that in the best way possible. So yeah, anyway, they're the rookies. I think you play all 12. I don't care what other people play. Rookie good. But most people cut on rookies when they want to play some other stuff, so fair enough. 4 gold Nume, I've seen the light. This card is stupidly good. Mainly, you just want it for the inheritable, which is, hey, Digivolve for 1 less. It combos with the egg in this deck, which I forgot to show, but now's a good segue into the egg. So yeah, it combos with the egg of this deck to a ridiculous, in a ridiculous manner, I should say. So let's just say we got the Hagirumon here, and we promoted with a gold Nume here, right? That's all you need. You're going to use the Hagirumon to draw one, tuck, neg 3k something, and now you trigger the egg to evolve. The egg normally lets you evolve for 1 less. This lets you evolve for free into your 4 because you use the Gold Nume and the Wanyamon. So now this Gargamon Evo is free, for example, and you continue play from there, playing a Tamer and blah, 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 blah. If you had an Imi Iba already on the field, this is where you tap it, to go into your then level 5 for free as well. So that's really cool. But yeah, really love this deck for that play, and Gold Nume just helps make that play your best turn 1, right? Turn 1, you want to put this on the stack with any rookie and give your opponent 2 memory. That is the ideal turn 1, 90% of the time. If you have it, it's probably that. But yeah, probably probably an okay card to hard slam if you have to. Neg security attack +2 is quite good. So you can slam it when you just need to stall some turns kind of thing, but ultimately you just want it for the cheap Evo, really. So something better could come along in the level 4 slots, but I really think Gold Nume is really solid, and a good reference to Cyber Sleuth and how the Platinum Suke's and stuff really help with XP. Gargamon at 4. I swear it's not just because I'm a Terriermon stan. This card is genuinely one of the best cards in the deck because it just plays a Tamer. If you have 1 or fewer, obviously you can. Sorry, if you have 1 or if you have 2 or more, you can't play anymore. But still, the Tamers in this deck are crazy. Play them for free. Makes sense. 1k all turns DP. Really nice. Really nice for hitting some good numbers with the Alphamon, which we'll get into a bit later. Gardramon. Insane. Gold Gardramon. Love this guy. Neg 3k, but then if he's already got a 4 underneath him, like at the bottom, thanks to the egg tucking, the rookie tucking, then you instead get to do D-Digivolve 1 and neg 3k. Doesn't have to be the same target. Different targets because separate effects. So neg 3k, and then if you got the same D-Digivolve 1 of your opponents. So yeah, separate targets on this is great because you can just be like, neg 3k, your Floodgate rookie, and then I'm going to D-Digivolve your big stack, right? This is typically what you do with this guy. And once again, I know a lot of people shit on Hagirumon or play less Hagirumon. So once again, combos with Hagirumon to do neg 6k, right? We're up to neg 6 so far. Like, love this guy. Love this guy. Absolute goat. Last level 4 I like to play that's not just the generic Gold Nume. If we get a better 4, please. I don't want to play this card. I really hate this card, but it's just too good. Togei's really cool. I've played some builds with him at a higher number, and I like him. He gives raid piercing and 3k. If he's not the first stack, you just get the 3k. But if he's the second level 4 you go into, you get the raid piercing as well. That can actually be nice, but this deck does have a lot of raid anyway. But it's still cool to have for the Alphamon, because Alphamon doesn't have raid or piercing. So I find this is quite good in Alphamon builds, but because of how much you need to see the other 4s, Togeimon's at a low number here, which feels really bad. It just feels like the 4 slot's so contested in this deck. But you can get away with multiple. Let's see how many I'm running. I've got the 4, 8. This would be 12. I've only got 12. I reckon you could probably play more level 4s in this deck. It's kind of like Galaxy where you can get away with more 4s. So you could bump up that Togei number in the next profile. We'll just have to wait and see how the games and testing go at locals. Right, on to the 5s. 4 of the Akuamon. This card is nuts. I will say that. Fortitude seems random, but it's just so you can just swing with this stack, and not care. Because you're like, well, I'll just play a back gal. Like, it's not the end of the world. But yeah. Trash Digimon if you delete in battle. Pardon me. Trash a security, if you win a battle is cool. It's not necessary, but it's cool. Typically, you want this. Oh, where's the last one? There it is. Rise Greymon's insane. This card is crazy for Greymon. This card is crazy for Blackwell Greymon. This card is crazy for Seaz. This is just an insane card, guys. If you haven't read this guy, he just plays a tamer for free. Whether it's a 4 or less tamer, it has to be red or black or just CS. So naturally, all the decks this is for, it's good in. It also has raid randomly, which is like cool, but typically like you just play it for the player tamer and the security attack +1. It's a 3-cost diva that just does kind of a lot of what you want. Security attack +1's insane in this deck because the Alphamon swings and restands. So, I mean, without further ado, let's get on to the Alphamon. Because, yeah, security attack +1 swinging twice is just silly. So, we've been talking a lot about the DP neg cards and a lot about this guy as well. So, let's kind of bring everything to the table here so you can kind of see what I'm getting at with this whole deck's combo. Now, let's say we're goated and we open 2 Gardramon. So, you could have this little Hagirumon coming up with even a Gardramon, being played, maybe. Anyway, let's Digi into Gardramon. You get a neg 3k something. You could use the Hagirumon effect, tuck the Gardramon, and you get a neg 3k and draw another card. So you've negged 6k at this point. You're going to go into the new Gardramon using the egg for 1 cheaper. And hopefully at this point you tap your Aimi Aiba. Aimi Aiba says you went into this for free. Great, you can Evo for free. But first, let's resolve this. Neg 3k again. So now we've negged 3, 3, 3, neg 9, D-Digivolved once. We're Digivolving to our 5 for free. And that's Rise Grey playing another tamer. If you've got one, cool, just slap down another. Anything, doesn't really matter. Ideally, it's the lady, the Alphamon lady. Ideally, it's this because it's a memory setter and it costs 5. But yeah, honestly, whatever you've got, you just play it down. And you prioritize the Kyoko or an... whatchamacallit, Aimi. From here, unfortunately, like the Alpha will pass turn most of the time, but that's okay. Go into the Alpha, neg 5k. That's pretty good. It's a lot of DP neg. Yeah, 3k, 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 5k. If you didn't pass turn. If you didn't pass turn with this, so like Gold Nume can help not pass turn as well, but less DP neg. Swing with the Alpha, restand, neg another 5k, check 2 security, go up to 15 as well. So if you can swing in again, you neg another 5k, and you reboot on the opponent's turn and are a blocker. So you can check 4, and you can pretty much just D-Digivolve, neg DP, neg DP, neg DP. Like, you can just out the opponent's board. It's incredible what you can do with this deck, DP-wise and aggressive-wise. But the deck, like, obviously doesn't have protection. So if you've ever played or versed this deck The deck's weak point is kind of similar to Galaxy, where like, yeah, they do a big Unga Bunga, make a big play, but then they're kind of just sitting there having to do it again with the next rookie stack. They have to wait for that next rookie promotion. So anyway, 3 Alphamon. Card good. Card very good. It's a good offensive and defensive card. Enough said. Dianamon, strictly here for the defense more than anything. Ice-clad blocker, strip a bunch of sources, bottom deck a guy. Can unsuspend at the end of the turn to be a blocker as well. Cool. You pretty much always want Alphamon, hence why she's here at 1. 1 Gaiomon as well, kind of the opposite of the Diana, where it's the big aggro guy. He does evolve for 4, but it's quite worth it with Raid Reboot. When Digivolving, restand one of your opponent's Digimon, and then you may attack. So you go, hey, that restands, I swing with Raid at your security, re-declare with Raid into your big guy who's unsuspended. Oh, an attack target change, sorry. This Digimon gains piercing and 5k for the turn. So you're just like, yeah, cool, I'm swinging at that big guy, and then I'm doing some checks. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. But once again, like Raid, piercing, and DP, it's kind of like all in the Togemon as well. So that's why like the Togemon's nice if you're going into the guys that don't have that stuff. And then, yeah, Gaiomon kind of just has all the keywords on him already. But still a very cool aggro 6. And it's a good 6 for when you're passing turn. When you're passing turn, you typically want to go into these guys because it's like, oh, this is a defensive card on the opponent's turn. And you can bottom deck a guy and just kind of sit on it and make your next stack, hopefully in the meantime. And this guy's just kind of going to evolve. You're going to evolve into a passing turn, but you're going to be able to swing in and do some damage too, and like potentially out your opponent's stuff. So I like these guys as one of text because it's kind of like, yep, they've got their niche uses. But like most of the time, you want to keep turn going into your 6 if you can, which is the Alpha. And the Alpha just shreds, right? Because he's neg 5k on Evo, neg 5k on swing, restands, neg 5k on the second swing. Like, dude just kind of outs everything in the game, more or less. And as I mentioned, there's pieces on the way up that get you more DP neg. So it can just feel really silly sometimes how much you can just destroy the board. So don't be afraid to let your opponent build up a board while you're like setting up the perfect kind of stack in the back and your tamers. Because you do need your Amy Ibers and all that to function. But yeah, speaking of, here's Memory Searcher for the deck. It's good. Memory Boost that adds anything in the archetype. Yeah, Adventure got this, and we don't even play... Oh, sorry, I forgot Omnimon. 1 Omnimon. Probably the most cuttable card in the deck for just another 6. It might just be better to play another 6. Ironically, this came up in one of the games. It just being blocker. I went into it with blocker. My opponent didn't out it. I had Alpha and this on the field, so they couldn't kill me because I had 2 blockers. They outed the Alpha stack, but not the Omni stack. So on my next turn, I promoted, went into another Alpha. And then I swung with this to out their last thing after Alpha and neg DP'd all the rest of it before I actually attacked, because I knew he had Examon Ace. So I was able to kind of get around that by Alphamon outing one stack, this outing the other stack on attack. So yeah, look, you could say Omnimon is good. It feels a little bit late. You typically want to sit on the Alphamon, but this is probably the better card to go on top of the Diana, especially because this card's a blocker. And if we reread Diana quickly, she's got that inheritable end of turn unsuspend. One of your Digimon may unsuspend. So being able to unsuspend this Omnimon that's a big blocker with decode is quite nice. The decode part's awesome because it's decoding for all of the rookie colors. Unfortunately, there's pretty much no way in this deck to get the 2 decodes under there unless you DNA'd, but you will not DNA in this deck. You'll just be hard digivolving into this. So yeah. Super cool card though. Really love that Omnimon. Probably would never play more than 1. Even the 1 is questionable. Anyway, back to what we were saying here. We've got the Memory Boost card. Super good because you just want to confirm your stack pieces. It's kind of just an Unga Bunga stack deck, so having an archetype Memory Boost is really good, especially when you can add the best tamer in your deck, which is the Amy Iber. You need to see this card at 1, just one of them, and you're popping off. Think of it as like the Davis Ken in Imperial. It's pretty much that 4-cost tamer that just absolutely makes all your plays pop off. You can play without it, absolutely, but the games you see it compared to the games you don't are completely different. Yeah, definitely want to see one of this. I see let's play this at 3. I just can't understand that because of how pivotal this card is. Like, your entire game plan changes if you see this card early. If this card comes out of security early, you're cheering. But yeah, anyway. Alphamon Tamer, good card. I keep forgetting to use her effect to tap to add a piece back. Super good effect to remember. Being able to go into Alphamon as like a hybrid for 5 sounds silly. Sounds bad, but it's actually really good. And obviously, if it's on suspend phase, you can go in Alphamon for 3, which you'll always be at because she sets you to 3. That's kind of the best use of this card, but it's also just a big memory setter. And yeah, it can add pieces back. But typically, like, I versed 3 blue decks at locals, so Did this help? No. There was one time where I swung my stack and it died. I forgot to tap this, so silly me. But long story short, this card is good. In theory, just, yeah, I versed a lot of blue, and a lot of blue decks, bounce and bottom deck. So yeah, cards were going on my hand and bottom deck, which was fine because I got them back sometimes if they were in hand. But obviously this meant I couldn't add a piece back from the bin, which was big sad. But yeah, card in theory, very, very good for the deck. You could play a third copy as well. I chose to just go to 2, and we got the Yugo. Yugo's this weird memory setter for the deck. Yugo should be over here. Yugo is pretty much another version of memory boost for the deck. It lets you play a card, though. Whenever you would play a CS card, you can reduce it by 2 by bottom decking him. This is really good because you'll notice there was 12 cards in the deck that play a Tamer, right? Rise Gray, Gargo. I know I've already showed them, but guess what? I'm going to show you again. Rise Gray, Gargo, and my bestie Terriermon all obviously play a Tamer if you have 1 or less. So they've all got that same dilemma of like, oh, you need to have 1 or less CS Tamer, right? Otherwise, you can't play. Or play a CS Tamer, you got to have 1 or less Tamers. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool effect. This guy puts himself to the bottom deck. So sometimes you just go into Gargomon really early because your hand sucks. Play this out for the free search, right? The cycle of the Gargomon, the cycle of Terriermon tucking the Gargomon, and the cycle of Yugo coming down. And Yugo add Yugo is actually so good. So sometimes you just go Yugo, all the searches are shit. Honestly, just add another Yugo if it's there. You can even bottom deck the Yugo to play the next Yugo for 1. And if you hit another Yugo, like you can just keep doing that. So the fact this card works with itself is awesome. And the fact that, yeah, you can play Digimon or Tamers with the Yugo effect is really, really nice. I see lists not playing this, and I would say give it a shot. If you're playing pure CS, give it a shot. I think if you're playing tech cards that aren't CS, the Mirai is better. The Mirai is a discard 1, draw 2, which in theory is a better card. Maybe, because then starter main it tags out for one of these Tamers. But my thing is, like, 1, you got to have these Tamers for Mirai to be really good. And 2, I'd rather just look at top 3 and add exactly what I want rather than a random draw 2. Though, in theory, you could say the draw 2 is better. Both have merit. But I just prefer that I've got, like, both these cards that give me exactly what I want from the top 3. It does suck when there's multiple stuff there that you want, but you just take the one you need. That's more important. But yeah, ultimately, this can be played, pardon me, off a lot of the stuff in the deck, like the Mirai can. But because I'm playing 50 cards of in-archetype CS, I'm happy to play this. Maybe even at 4 in future. I really do like this card. But yeah, I can definitely see the argument for the Mirai as well. Sometimes discarding in this deck is just not the play. Maybe if you had Seiyos and stuff, it'd be more worth it, but I'm not on the Seiyo train. But anyway, yeah, I like Yugo, long story short. But I do have a build that's playing some non-archetype cards, and I play Mirai in that instead of this. So I'm not saying Mirai is bad by any retrospective, right? Mirai is a good card too. This is just how I like the deck. If you like Mirai, hell yeah, Mirai is goated. I just feel like Yugo gets me what I want most of the time. I prefer that consistency, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know if I have to show off the combo of the deck, because I kind of already spoke about it. Yeah, this deck is insane. You pretty much want to just mulligan for Aruki and Amy Aiba, and like you're good to go. Like this is a pretty good hand. You put the guy on the stack. You draw a card. We don't have a 4. Like, you could play the Gardramon on here for 2, or Digivolve for 2. I would honestly do this, though, for 3, give your opponent 3, because if you hit the Gold Nume, you're absolutely gaming. Didn't hit the Gold Nume, but hitting Gargomon's also good, so that's kind of fine. We now have a way to establish a Tamer. Just need a way to draw the Tamer, so next turn you hopefully draw a Tamer, and there it is. So while this isn't the perfect hand for doing the big Unga Bunga combos, you can at least say, hey, I can cycle a lot here, which is kind of what I was talking about earlier. So you'd either enter the Gargomon for 2, you'd draw a card from that, you'd play the Yugo down, Yugo will look at top 3. Okay, our deck is definitely not shuffled up properly, but hey, for example, you could just add another Yugo, right, and search some more. But we've got the memory boost here, so we'll definitely add the Kyoko, sorry. And we got Terriermon, so next cycle stack, we could definitely have the Terriermon playing out this. But of course, we can also tuck with the Wanya here, get an extra draw. Okay, yeah, we haven't shuffled the deck, but yeah. Deck good. Obviously, you want to see Amy Aiba to absolutely ramp. But don't forget there's other plays. As you can see, you're not always going to see Amy Aiba, and you do have to have game plans for when that happens. It's usually just cycling and making subpar stacks until you can get to Amy Aiba. But yeah, when you high roll with this deck, you high roll with this deck. But you need to see your Amy Aiba. So please, everybody, if you take anything from this profile, this is a toolbox deck, 100%. You play it how you like it. I would agree with nearly any different 4s, nearly any different 5s, nearly any different 6s. I don't know. I could at least accept them and be like, fair enough. But there's no way in the world you play less than 4 of Amy Ibra, in my opinion. But anyway, if you take anything from the profile, it's that. See ya.